All right, instead of trying to hazard a guess as to where the focus is, let's use a stand-in. I threw this together last night. Let's give it some features so I have something to focus on. That'll do. All right, let's put it roughly where I'm going to be standing. What is happening to my lights? What is this voltage drop? Forget about this. What's going on up here? Why? What is happening with my lights? I'm turning that off. Holy crap. Ah! I'm scared. Turn it off. Turn it back on. What is happening? Aha! 70 volts coming from this outlet. That's not ideal. Nope, they're fine now. Well, that's going to be a hard issue to diagnose, isn't it? Hello! We're going to be doing something a bit different and new today for me and this channel. This is the first day of daily videos. That's right, we're going to do daily videos. This isn't the new direction of the channel or anything. I just want to try it for fun for about a week. Maybe 2 if I like it. Maybe less if I don't like it. I don't know. If I do it more than a week, I feel like I'll get burned out. But I want to try it for a week. And the project we're going to be working on during this week is the bus. Yes, the bus. The project people will not stop asking me about. Even if I post a video on my second channel, Underdone, I will inevitably have a comment on that video that says something like, what's happening with the bus? Which is great. It means you all are interested in the bus project and you can't wait to see what happens next. But also, there's so much pressure. I clearly have not been working on the bus. I've been working on my shop. I mean, I'm standing in what used to be a pit right now, so it's worthy. It's time well spent. I consider it. Now, after the daily video stint, when I have enough work done on the bus to put together into a part 4, then I will be compiling clips and making a part 4 of the bus project series. If you've been watching the daily videos, a lot of the stuff will be repeated in that part 4 project update series, but I want to have people in the future be able to start the bus project series, watch it all the way through from part 1 to part whatever and have no interruptions. And I don't want them to have to watch part 3 and then watch like an hour's worth of daily video content before they arrive at part 5 or whatever. So I'm going to be compiling all this stuff together into part 4 at the end, just to make for a continuous project series. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm working off no script today, so words are hard. Also, I'm having a weird electrical problem in my shop, so I may spend one of these days on the daily video working on that. I don't know. Maybe I'll spend a day going to the metal recycler. I don't know. You're going to be following me along in my daily life. And this whole daily video thing is going to motivate me to get started. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? I'm just rattling on too much. All right, we're in shop building number 2 now, and the lighting in here was already bad, but I mean atrocious really, but in comparison to all the lighting upgrades I did to the main shop building, this is just sad. It's so dark in here, and all the lights are being obstructed by the bus. Anyway, the first thing I want to do on the bus is enclose the sidewalls here. I have this sheet metal that I bought last year for this purpose. I think it's 22 gauge. I don't remember. I brought plain cold rolled steel, and I should have bought galvanized steel. This whole bus is made out of galvanized steel, and now I have to think about rust prevention on this stuff. So the way I plan to, let me go get something real quick. The way I plan to attach this stuff to the side railing here is I'm going to tuck it under the, let me get up there, slappity slappity, ow. I'm going to tuck those sheet metal panels under the side of the roof here. You can see I've already separated the adhesive, and I'll put some other sort of silicone or caulking underneath there, something that's long lasting. I'll screw it down, wedge it in there, screw it down, and it'll be clamped from the top. Over the bottom down here, I think I'm also going to screw it down with something. It'll overlap these existing panels, but to attach it here, I don't want to use any screws. What I have in my hand here is 3M VHB tape. If you're not familiar with this stuff, it's basically just double stick tape. VHB stands for very high bond, which is the kind of marketing I can get behind. It's very descriptive. I have high confidence in being able to attach these side sheet steel panels to these pillars with just this, and of course mechanical fasteners on the top and bottom. But what I don't know, the reason I have high confidence is because there's other RV builders that attach their wall panels with this stuff. I don't remember the names of those places. It was Show Hauler, I think. I think Show Hauler is one of them that uses this stuff. Anyway, regardless, they do that. They use this stuff, and I know I can be able to do that. But what I don't know is, this is bare steel, and I'm going to be grinding this so that it is bare steel, and I can attach the two bare steel pieces together. But if I add paint to both sides of this, is this stuff going to be strong enough? I don't know. Or will it just rip the paint off the panel? So I need to do a little experiment. If you ever watched my second channel and wonder why I have two miter saws, guess why. This one's for steel. Now, what I want to find out, if I didn't make it clear before, is will this VHB tape still hold these two pieces together, representing wall sections, they're just scraps. Will these still hold these two pieces together if both sides are painted? That's what I want to find out. First of all, I need to clean the mill scale and grease off of all these panels. Acetone, acetone. Everybody loves some acetone, unless they drink it. Then they don't. Oh no, I'm getting my workbench dirty. For the first time. By the way, do y'all like my new set? I literally did slap all these decorations on here last night. Obviously didn't slap all this together in a day, but you know, there's a video on it if you haven't seen it yet. It's on Underdone. That second channel that I'm starting to like a lot. I'm not going to use acetone on these two parts. I'm going to use the grinder. All right. One of these I'm going to leave bare, and the other one I'm going to put black paint on. So I should get the black paint now. By the way, I have to say that this is really strange for me. This is the kind of stuff that I would definitely cut out of a normal video. I wouldn't even bother filming it. But this is the kind of content you get to see on daily videos. If I were to put all the stuff like this little experiment here into the final project video, it would be, what, like an hour long? 2 hours long? And I don't want to edit that. And probably no one wants to watch that. I'm sure there are a few people that would say they want to watch that. But after you have a few project videos, they're an hour long, you lose interest. Anyway, let's paint these. This is automotive enamel, just black. This is actually pretty high quality. High quality for rattle can paint. Obviously, I won't be able to test this right away. I'm going to have to let this paint harden, dry, harden, whatever, for a day. And I'll come back and test the VHB tomorrow. And I'm not going to do anything incredibly scientific or anything. I'm just going to stick VHB on these two strips, smash those two panels together, probably roll them together, and then do the same thing for this one. And then just try to pull them apart. If they have the same level of difficulty, if I have the same level of difficulty pulling the two different ones apart, then I'll say that the painted panels are fine for attaching VHB to. Again, that's this stuff. It's incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. Also, this roll of 5 yards was $10, so it better be incredibly strong. Experiment number 2. This is not related to the sidewalls. It's related to that roof section, that custom sloping roof section I need to make on the front of the bus. I'm going to be doing that using steel rod and epoxy resin. And this resin is 3 years old, I think. I bought this when I built that camper. I ordered a gallon of epoxy resin, and through a miraculous screw-up, Amazon sent me this 5-gallon jug of the stuff. So I got plenty lying around. This is normally $300. I did not pay $300 for this. So that was a great screw-up. I don't know that the epoxy resin actually goes bad, but what I do know is that the hardeners go bad. So I have 2 bottles of it here. These are for 1-gallon sizes. This is fast hardener and this is slow hardener, and I don't remember the temperature ranges for either one of them now. It's about 70 degrees here in the shop because I have heat. And this one does not say. Anyway, I'm going to try both of these, make sure that both of these are good, the fast and the slow hardener. The slow hardener is for when it's hot out, and the fast hardener is for when it's cold out. I don't know what temperature it's going to be in the bus building when I do this, so I'll test both of them, make sure they're both good, and make sure that this is still good. If it's not, I'll have to buy some more, which would be unfortunate. All right, I got 2 mixing buckets. I got paint cans to set this giant jug of epoxy on top of. There we go. All right, I've got a shirt sleeve scrap to petrify with resin, just to give something to do. And I'll do everything on this trash bag, just so I don't have, you know, a petrified shirt permanently stuck to my workbench. What to do first? Now, this and this normally come with a pump, so you can just do pump, pump, and it's perfectly mixed out. But if I'm going to be doing the roof section on the bus, then I need to do it like this, using the mix markings on this here jug, because I'm going to have to be doing a very large quantity, and I don't want to be standing there pumping forever. Let's start with the slow, just because, and where did my other cup? This is my other cup. Wow. If you'll stop dripping at some point, that'd be cool. There we go. Let's do the slow stuff first. I am wasting an awful lot of this just to test it out, but that's all right. I got excess. Welcome to Aging Daily, where you get riveting content like mixing epoxy together. Pour some of it out, spread it around with this stick of wood. I should use some chip brushes for this, but I don't have any at this moment. I probably won't even get to the roof until like a week or so from now, so it doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure the epoxy is good now because there's a bit of a delay on Amazon orders right now due to a certain pandemic going around. All right, that's spread out enough. That'll tell me if it... What do I do with the rest of this? I mixed up way too much. I'm just going to use this extra shirt sleeve. Let's petrify a whole shirt for the second test. This is a Spradlin insulation shirt. This is very slow going. This epoxy resin may be bad. If both of these don't harden, then I will know that the epoxy resin is no good. I'm sure the hardener itself is good. I only ordered that like a couple months ago, but the epoxy resin is still an unknown. You may have noticed there's a lot more jump cuts in this video. It's because it's a daily video. I don't have time to move the camera around. Pour it out. Pour one out for... That's a dead meme. It's almost like a lovely peach color. I like it. This shirt is going to be petrified forever. All right, that's the fast hardener tested. Now I'm going to go in for lunch. Please don't poop on my neck. Hi. Say hi, Burb. Burb. All right, we're back in the poorly lit bus dungeon, and my next task is to see where all the windows are going to go. Now, I could just slap the siding up here and then put the windows in after the fact. But the windows I got, some of them are wider than this gap here. So I'll have to cut out some of these struts and brace around the windows. And for that, I need to know where the windows are going to go before I put the siding up. I shall now show you the windows that I got. These are the RV windows I have bought to put in the bus. Because like I've said previously, I'm not going to be reusing any of the windows I've taken out of the bus. I got these from an RV salvage place called Kolaw RV Sales. This is not an ad for them. In fact, this is so much of not an ad for them that I'm going to tell you, that place is overpriced and you probably shouldn't buy anything from there. Every single RV part they had in their little showroom was just wildly overpriced. This one window was $200. That one was $200. This one was the cheapest at $120. All of this together was like $800. And that made me very sad. The only reason I bought windows out of their showroom at all is because I drove 4 hours to get there. Then when I got home, I looked on eBay, and I was even more sad because a window like this was like $120, not $200. And even when you tacked on the shipping, it still came out to be less than $200. And it's not like these are in the best shape. Anyway, I got ripped off. Don't go to an RV salvage place. Buy things off eBay. I need to figure out where to put all of these windows. This is the only one that I have an absolutely solid idea of where it's going to go. This is the driver's window. Going to go right next to the driver's seat. This is the only one of the windows that's not tinted and is not a flush mount look, and it has a slidey openy bit, so I can just, you know, open the window next to the driver's seat. I know where it's going to go. These two are emergency exit windows. They're flush mount, and they hinge open from the hinges on the top, so they open from the bottom. These also hinge open, hinges on the top, they're flush mount. They're basically the same, except they're not emergency exit windows. All right, I think window one's gonna go right about here, if I can get through that hole. There we go. Window one, I think that's a good place for it. It seems like it might be a little low. I was at one point thinking that this would be the only window on this side of the bus, but that's a lot of enclosed space with no window, so I definitely need a second window over here. Or maybe I should put the second big window here. Where is this gonna go? I'm liking this. This is nice and open. This would let a lot of light in. I don't know if they should be higher or not. That's what I'm struggling with. I'm thinking they should be higher. How much higher? I don't know. Now I'm left with something to debate here. If I put both of the big windows on this side, what do I have left to put on the other side? I have the two little emergency exit windows. All right, the back of the bus. As I said earlier, I am not going to be reusing any of the windows or doors that I took out of the bus, and that includes the back here. I'm going to line this all up with sheet metal. It may be sheet metal that I took off other parts of the bus, but it's not going to be the windows and the door and everything that I took off this back section. It'll all be new. Now, I am definitely going to put at least one emergency exit window back here, right about here. As the plan sits in my head right now, I plan to put a queen-size bed back here. Not a foldable one, just a full queen-size bed taking up a full queen-size bed's worth of space back here. And maybe another one on top of it in a double-decker arrangement. And the top one, as the plan sits in my head right now, will be on a platform that raises and lowers. So you can raise it up to the ceiling, get it out of the way, or lower it all the way down to, I don't know, sleep on it or sandwich the bed below it. Anyway, do I want just this one emergency exit window here, or do I want one here and one here? I don't know the answer to that. I would prefer to have both of them, but if I do that, then I definitely don't have enough windows to go around on the bus, because that's all 5 of my windows spoken for, and then I haven't put anything on that side of the bus at all yet. Arranging windows is difficult. Hi! Oh, God! Ah! Spider. Big spider. Underneath the window that I was picking up off the ground. I know that was off camera, so I thought I'd explain the massive noise that just came out of my face. All right, that's in place, that little emergency exit window. Now, is that enough windows for this entire side of the bus? I don't think so. So I think the conclusion I've come to today is that I don't have enough windows. I would like one of the big windows that I've got tacked up on the other side of the bus here. I'd like one of those here and maybe put one of these behind it as a supplementary window. Like I said, I think the kitchen area is going to be here, a countertop and a sink and whatnot, and then maybe bathroom here, and then beds here. That's just how I have the plans in my head right now. I did sketch it up a little bit on SketchUp, but just to see if everything fits. But that's the plan for right now. This part of the bus can be windowless. This part is, I need to order more windows. So I think I'm going to order, or maybe look up the pricing on and then order, some of the one more of those double wide windows that's on the other side of the bus, and one more emergency exit window that will go on the back of the bus. So I can have 2 windows, 2 emergency exit windows on the back of the bus, stacked on top of each other for the bedroom. 1 double wide here, 1 emergency exit here, and I think that would be good. All right, I think that's enough for day 1 of the daily videos. I don't know how long it's going to take me to edit this. So, I'll see you tomorrow.